Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where I share my insight to help you move through your perimenopause and menopausal years with ease. In this podcast, I talk about natural solutions for balancing your hormones and empowering you to move away from the symptoms like fatigue, mood swings, hot flashes, and resistant weight loss to feeling vibrant, confident, and full of energy as you age gracefully. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. I'm Angie Marone, your host, and today I want to talk about why you feel like a different person when you're going through perimenopause. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This is all the things that I wish I had known years ago to help me through my perimenopause transition into menopause. It would have made everything so much easier if I would have known all the things, known what was happening with my body, and then known what I could do to make that transition better. So hopefully this helps you as well. So let's start here. Are you currently in a place that when you look in the mirror, you ask yourself, who is this person that I'm looking at? And what happened to her? Or maybe you find yourself snapping at your partner over something tiny and small that never would have bothered you before. And you wonder where that came from. And you have to apologize because you're like, I don't even know what happened to me right now. Or maybe you're watching a TV show and all of a sudden this commercial comes on that isn't even really sad, but you find yourself crying. And you're wondering, why am I so emotional? What is happening? You kind of just feel like your body is betraying you in ways you never expected. And if you are nodding, saying yes, yep, that's me. I just want you to know that you are not alone in this. And most importantly, you're not losing your mind. This is normal, and it can be made into an easier transition, okay? And we'll talk about that in just a minute. So here's the thing that I want you to know. Perimenopause, it's not just messing with your periods and giving you hot flashes, because we all think about, menopause, all about hot flashes, right? Or my period's going to start going away. But it does that, yes. But it can literally make you feel like you're living in somebody else's body and brain. I actually just had a conversation with a woman the other day, and she said she actually hated looking at herself in the mirror anymore. It just made her disgusted. She didn't like her husband to see her naked. She never stepped on the scale because it just made her feel depressed, and she felt like she was losing her mind. She even said that she found herself wanting to murder a chicken when she was cooking dinner. Okay? Does all this sound familiar? Are you raising your hand going, yes, I've been there? Here's what's happening, okay? This identity shift is common, yet we don't talk about it, right? She even mentioned about, I wish more women talked about that. I wish my friends would talk about that. I wish that we could have these conversations so we didn't feel so isolated about it and feel so, like we don't want to bring it up because we don't want people to think we're nuts, when actually they're probably thinking the same exact thing. And we focus on a lot of the physical symptoms, right? Not really the emotional and mental changes. But they are happening, and they are real, and they are just as valid, if not more so, okay? So why is this happening? Well, it's not just all in your head. And so if you go to a doctor and you're like, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, experiencing things, and they say, oh, it's just normal, or you're fine, you're just going through menopause. Possibly that could be why, but there are some things that you can do. And there's actual reason why this is happening to you. And when we're talking about perimenopause, it's starting to happen to women in their late 30s, mid to late 30s, and it could be happening, you could be going through menopause anywhere from 10 to 12 years. Okay? So I started in my early 40s, and I went into menopause at the age of 47, and then at 48 no longer had a period. So postmenopausal. So mine wasn't awful, but I'm pretty sure mine started when I was around 40. So I would say about 7 years of perimenopause. That's a long time to be dealing with all this stuff, right? So here's what's happening. Your hormones, so your estrogen, your progesterone, and testosterone, they aren't just about getting pregnant, having a baby, right? What they are actually doing is working together to bring your body into complete harmony. This is when I talk about having balanced hormones or hormone harmony, right? They influence your mood, your energy, your sleep, your metabolism, your brain function, and yes, even the way you feel about yourself. So during perimenopause, these hormones start going like a roller coaster. They're going up and down, all over the place, crazy, right? A lot of spirals around, upside down. That's maybe how you feel. One day your estrogen is super high, and the next day it's super low. And your progesterone, which is your natural anxiety reliever and sleeper and sleep helper, it starts declining as well. So you're feeling a little bit more anxious, a little bit more overwhelmed, you're not sleeping. And then there's the cortisol, which adds fat onto our belly, makes us feel like an emotional and mental mess. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, right? And I remember being there. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was such a crazy roller coaster ride and so hard to just get through every single day. I mean, it was emotional, very emotional, so much going on. And again, if I'd known so much more, things would have been different, right? But I want you to think of it this way. This is what maybe you're feeling like. Somebody's coming into your house, turning on the lights, turning off the lights, adjusting the lighting, turning on the microwave, turning this, like things are you're just being overwhelmed and everything's changing and everything's shifting and you're feeling confused and you don't know what's happening. And that is actually what's going on with your brain and your body. Because you don't know what's going on, but all these changes are happening, right? And you can't see them physically, but you definitely can feel them. So let's talk about what this actually feels like day to day. And you're probably like, you don't have to tell me. I'm living it. I know. But when you recognize these symptoms, it will actually give you a sense of maybe peace or understanding. Like, oh, okay. Now I know what's going on, right? So things you might be experiencing. Brain fog. This is huge. This is huge. I remember this so much. So sitting here staring at my computer like, I don't even know what's happening. So brain fog that makes you feel like you cannot do anything else. Like you're trying to think through maple syrup, right? Like it's just like nothing is comprehending. You're not being able to focus or do anything. You walk into a room, forget why you're there. You can't find words that used to come easily. Yeah, all the time. You start questioning what you're able to do, what you're supposed to be doing, how to get anything done, right? So that's one thing you may be experiencing. Next, mood swings that seem to come out of nowhere. This is where one minute you're fine and the next minute you're either crying or you're ready to bite somebody's head off. Is that you? Yeah. And then you feel guilty because you just feel like you've made everything worse and you're spiraling out of control and people look at you like you're crazy. And you're like, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe you're not getting good sleep and that leaves you feeling exhausted, but you're wired. So you're tired all day long, but then 3 a.m. rolls around, right? And your brain decides to worry about all the things that happened when you were in high school or happened months ago. And you're just like, I can't go back to sleep. And then again, you wake up and you're exhausted the next day. Or maybe you're experiencing some physical changes that make you feel just kind of like disconnected from your body. I remember when I went into menopause, so when I was that year going from perimenopause into postmenopausal, I remember looking at my body like, I don't even understand whose body this is, because it wasn't mine. It was so disheartening. I remember like things were squishy, things just didn't feel right. I'd look at my arms and be like, why is this so puffy? Why do I have all this extra flab here? I have not changed anything. So what is happening? So you notice the belly fat, right? Maybe your clothes aren't the same. Maybe you're having breakouts on your skin. Like it's a lot when it comes to your body. And that, to me, I feel like was one of the hardest things because I'd never really had any problems or issues with weight or my body. But man, I was just like, if I'm going to be like this way the rest of my life, this is depressing, right? And I know it shouldn't be all about the way that your body feels or looks, but man, it was a tough one, right? And maybe you're there. Maybe you understand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then the last thing, a sense of losing your edge or your spark. Like you don't have the motivation to do the things you used to do. Things that used to make you excited or make you want to do things. You just feel overwhelmed and exhausted. Maybe you're feeling less confident. Maybe it's harder for you to make decisions. You just feel like you're less you and you don't know who this person is anymore. So here's what I want you to understand. This isn't something that's wrong with you. Right? Your brain is literally changing during this time, which is causing so much to go on. So here's the thing I want to say before I go any further. You need to give yourself grace. This isn't going to be like this forever. I promise you. But right now you need to be like, deep breath. Okay, this is where I'm at right now. What can I do to move forward? Right? And studies have actually shown that during perimenopause, the areas of your brain responsible for executive function, memory, and emotional regulation are affected by these hormonal fluctuations. Your neural pathways are literally rewiring themselves. So it's like, we already know, you've seen those little graphics of a woman's brain that's like all crazy and going in and out and all over. Well, yeah, just imagine it being 10 times worse, right? But it's because of where you're at. And on top of this, right, you're probably in the middle of, you got kids that are maybe teenagers or maybe they're graduating, going to college, but you also have aging parents you're trying to take care of. You're trying to, focus on your career, trying to maintain all the adult relationships and the household and do all the things. And then trying to be like, oh, hello, world. Hello, people that I know. Yes, I'm holding it together. Yes, I'm doing best. Yes, I'm amazing. When inside you're feeling like you're a failure, you're falling apart, and you never want to leave the house again. Right? First of all, I want you, if you're there, because I feel the emotions. I've been there. I know the emotions. Take a nice deep breath. Just kind of feel into your body, okay? Because if you get a little emotional, it's normal. I do too. Even thinking about back on it. But if you're in that place, definitely would be emotional. But here's what I want to share with you. Here's the good news. So you can't stop perimenopause. That's not the good news. But you can absolutely support yourself through it and come out feeling more like yourself again, and maybe even better than before. If you have the knowledge, if you understand what's going on, which again, I'll go back to saying, I wish I had this. So first, give yourself permission to acknowledge what is happening. Stop trying to push through everything like it's normal, because it's not normal, and that's okay. What you're going through, it's a lot. You're going through a major life transition, and it deserves recognition, and it deserves some grace. Okay? This body of yours is the only body you got. You need to take care of it, and you need to understand this is just a season of my life that I'm going through right now, and I will get through to the other side. But right now, I need to support it. Okay, that's first. Second, you need to focus on stabilizing your blood sugar. And I know that I've talked about this over and over and over again, but when your hormones are already on that roller coaster, the last thing you want to do is add blood sugar spikes and crashes to the mix. So, this is as simple as making sure you're eating protein with every single meal. Don't skip meals, and consider having maybe some protein before you go to bed, if that helps with sleep. And if you want more on this, I just did a whole podcast episode on this that talks all about how to stabilize your blood sugar. Go check that out. Easy, simple tips that you can follow every single day to stabilize that blood sugar. If you focus on just this one thing, I guarantee you will be able to manage this transition so much better. If I would have known this and wasn't drinking sangrias and eating all the stuff and drinking beer and eating lots of sugar at that time in my life would have been a lot easier. The next thing you need to do is prioritize your sleep. Like your sanity depends on it, because it does. So create a sleep routine, right? How can you wind down? How can you calm down your system? Keep your bedroom clean. Turn down the lights. Put some blue blocking glasses on. Put your phone away at least an hour before you go to bed. Consider taking magnesium supplementation. I have every single woman that I've ever put on magnesium has said it was the best thing that they ever did for their sleep. So if you're not taking magnesium, you need to do it now. And if you're not sure what kind, reach out and ask. I know that this is the thing, you're like, I got so much to do, I don't have time to do this and get to bed on time. But your brain needs this time to transition, this calming down period. Okay? And I've done lots of episodes on these as well. Go through, check them out, and learn to schedule in your sleep time. You also want to make sure that you're moving your body in ways that feel good to it. So I used to be a runner. I used to love to run. And I was doing it when I was going through perimenopause. And you know what? My adrenals were tanked. I felt exhausted. I was not sleeping. I had no energy. I had brain fog. And I was trying to run and run and run and run because I thought this is going to keep the weight off me. All it did was make things worse. So think about moving your body in a way that supports what it's going through right now. It's not about punishing it or trying to lose the weight. It's about something that gives you good energy, that supports your mood, makes you feel good, that affects your overall well-being. So that could be going for a nice walk. It could be dancing in your kitchen. It could be doing some weightlifting. It could be just doing some stretching or foam rolling. But listen to your body. Don't try to push and do things that it's not ready for. This is not also an excuse to not do anything because you need to move your body. So find the movement that feels best for you right now at this time. Next, you want to make sure you are addressing your stress. I think this one and sleep, if you focus on these, and blood sugar, key to everything. And this doesn't mean you have to go meditate and think that everything's going to be okay, because that's not how it works. But you need to find ways to manage your stress. Your body is already under stress, going through all these changes. So that means you need to figure out what makes your body calm down, what brings you back to center, things that make your heart happy, that brings you joy. So maybe it's saying no to more things. I'll tell you what, the best thing I ever did was start saying no without guilt. It has helped me just learn that my time and what I need for myself right now is more important. Maybe it's asking for help, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's why we have people there. Maybe it's therapy. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's all of the things. Whatever you can do, 10 minutes of stress care time, do it for you. Do it for your hormones and do it so that you can feel better in your body. And then maybe you want to consider working with someone who understands this phase of life, whether it's a hormone doctor or a therapist who specializes in these midlife transitions. Maybe you just need somebody to talk to. Maybe you need to have a friend that supports you, or a coach who gets it, who's been there like me. You just don't have to do this on your own. Find somebody to talk to about this with, okay? I wish I didn't have to do it alone because I really felt alone. I did not know who to talk to. I did not have any advice. I just had to figure it out. And it would have been a much less bumpy ride for sure if I would have had somebody there helping me through it. And here's something that may surprise you. I have had some women tell me that while perimenopause was difficult and challenging for them, it also kind of became a turning point in their lives. And I've worked with clients in the past year that have said this too as well. It actually forced them to slow down and really take a look at their lives, to question what they really wanted, to start prioritizing themselves. Listen to that, prioritizing themselves in a way that they never had before. It's like they were finally ready to say, you know what, I've been taking care of everyone else for so long. It's time for me to take care of myself right now. And that's truly what you need. That's truly the headspace you need to be in right now at this time. And maybe it means you need to start setting boundaries or whatever it is. Stop tolerating things that aren't serving you. Start taking the time to do the things that you need to do to make your body feel better, to fuel your body. Maybe make sure you're feeding your body, you're moving your body, you're getting good sleep, you're focusing on stress relief. All these things. There is time in your day to do them. You just have to make them a priority. Okay? So if you're still listening and you are, in this perimenopausal transition and you're feeling lost and you're like, I've tried the things, nothing's working, I don't know what to do anymore, I feel so lost, I feel so alone, I want you to hear this. Okay? You're not broken. You're not too much. You're not losing your mind. You are going through a lot of transitions right now. Like the most significant transitions that a woman's body can experience. And you're doing it in a world that doesn't really understand or support this process. There's a lot of people that don't know. They don't know and they can't help you, right? But you don't have to do it alone. And you don't have to just try to figure it out and get frustrated and give up and feel like, I guess this is the way that I have to live the rest of my life, because you don't. So if what I've shared with you today resonates with you and you're ready to stop feeling like a stranger in your body, you're ready to feel good in your body, you're ready to take charge and prioritize you, I want to invite you to learn and maybe think about joining my midlife makeover coaching program. So this isn't about quick fixes. It's not a diet, right? Or a one-size-fits-all. This is about understanding your unique body, your unique challenges, and creating a personalized plan that helps you feel confident, energized, and feel like yourself again. So in this midlife makeover program, we work together to focus on balancing your hormones, because that's the key to all this, right? When your hormones are balanced or working together, you're going to feel better, and we're going to do that through nutrition and lifestyle changes. Lifestyle changes that work for you. Not for the same person, but for you. We're going to focus on creating sustainable habits that actually fit into your life. Your life is different from everyone else's. Finding sustainable habits that work for you. Talking about the emotional and mental aspects of this transition, because when you feel like, oh my gosh, still nothing's worked, or this is hard, or I can't do this, or I'm not sleeping, or whatever's going on, I am there to help move you through it. I'm there to help coach you through it, to teach you what to do when these things come up, okay? And along with this, you'll have a support system of other women that are going through this, that get what you're going through, that have been there or are going through it, and that will support you and help you to reach your goals. Because here's what I truly believe. And this is what I believe myself. Your best years don't have to be behind you. You don't have to think, oh, my 30s were my best. No. How about your 50s? How about your 60s? How about your 70s? Okay? In fact, if you learn how to take care of you, prioritize you, and take care of this body you have, the next 20 years might be the best 20 years of your life. And isn't that what we all want? I know it is for me. I've worked my butt off for the past 30 years. I'm ready for the next 20 years to just enjoy my life and feel good in my body and not have to struggle through it, right? I want to be able to do the things I want to do. So if you're curious and you want to learn more about the program, you can go to my website, fitchicksandhormones.com, or just send me a message. Reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, and let's just have a conversation. We'll just start a conversation. I just want to see what's going on with you. Maybe I just have some suggestions that I can help. You can get started. Or if we want to talk about coaching, we can do that. I have lots of different options. We will find one that works for you and what you need right now. Because I truly, truly, truly believe that every woman deserves to feel good in their body, whether they're in perimenopause, postmenopause, or wherever they're at in their hormonal journey. You definitely, truly deserve to feel your best. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please, please, please share this with your friends, your sisters, your family members, whoever are going through this stage of their life, who are also going through this stage of their life also. We need to start sharing our stories. We need to stop being afraid to talk about this and share it with women and talk about it with women so that we don't feel like we're alone, and everybody will start having the conversations. When everybody has the conversations, we can all come together and start to support one another and stop wanting to hide in the closet and not come out. So that's what we all need. We need to start supporting one another, okay? And it starts with knowledge. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining me. And again, have a great rest of your day. I hope this episode today resonated with you, and if it did, I would love for you to share it on your stories and tag me on Instagram or Facebook. A review would be appreciated too. Your reviews and shares not only help us to grow, but they give other women who are struggling through their menopausal years hope that they don't have to continue living the way that they do. Your questions and experiences are also so helpful in giving me subjects to talk about, so feel free to reach out to me anytime on Facebook or Instagram with anything. I would love to help.